All right, you're back here on the program. What an absolute honor it is to have Robbie Robertson in the red shirt. You guys like that, having Robbie here? He has collaborated with so many great artists, not the least of which is, of course, Martin Scorsese. So if you want to see some of the work, go to Strombo.com. Him and Scorsese working together on projects. It's incredible. We posted it all there on our website. Of course, Robbie, as we talked about with him in The Last Waltz, the perfect exit. A band looks around and says, well, this can't go on forever, so why don't we just punch our card now? And they do it by having The Last Waltz. Some people, you watch in the public eye and say, whew, they hung on by one hand and one finger and didn't know when to let it go. But it's a difficult question when you're in the public eye. When do you walk away? It's a graceful exit, and it's the panel. Oh my God, Gilson Lubin's here. Kaillie Humphries is here, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Are you ready? Good to see you, buddy. Kaillie, one of our hopefuls. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jericho! How are you?
Good, man. Good to see you.
You too. Welcome. Are you nervous being in a room with this many folding chairs?
I am nervous. Yes, absolutely. I'm just nervous being around you, man.
Oh, come on now.
George Snuffleupagus has made it to the top. Remember that? Like 10 years ago, I met him, and I couldn't pronounce his name, so
That's
it'll
right.
always be Snuffleupagus.
That's right. It was your rock band. It was
Fozzy and Much Music.
That's right,
about
man.
13 years ago,
Yeah,
man.
and he used to be on Much Music as well, right?
Yeah,
And still,
yeah.
man.
See, it's a Much Music gang.
That's right.
And you could be on Much Music.
So left out.
No, it's okay. Listen, don't worry about it. If you're wondering at home what Much Music is, it's a channel that used to play music, and it doesn't anymore. Okay, and look, dude, you guys are all in the business where at some point you have to wonder, are you done? When do you know when it's time to make a graceful exit?
I had someone come up to me a couple months ago and say, didn't you used to be somebody? And I was like, I think I still am somebody. So if you hear that more than once or twice in the course of a day, it might be time to move on to the next phase.
No kidding, man. How about you for you, Kaillie? I mean, like when you compete, you require a lot of mental energy.
Yeah.
But how do you know when it's time to go?
I have no idea.
No?
I'm just gonna hope it just comes to me at some point. I feel like this is the worst topic going into an Olympics, eh? And of course, it's Joy, come on, how do you know when to end? I'm like, is this a hint?
After you win the gold.
Yes.
Right?
That's exactly the wrong mindset.
Just leave it.
Done.
You go
That's
out
how
on
I'm
top.
planning to go out.
Well, like Simon Whitfield just, finally retired, and it's a guy that we wish would have competed forever. Do you see it when you're on teams and looking at athletes and say, or when you wrestle against guys, and you're like, maybe I got to go easy on them because they might be done?
Yeah, when you see that, I remember when Guy Lafleur came back a few years ago, or 10 years, 15 years ago, and it was almost like why? You know, he came back with a toupee and got like 4 goals in the season. This is Guy Lafleur. Like you said, you need to win the cup. Like Lanny McDonald did it right. He won the cup. He skated around with the ultimate prize, and then that was it. He retired the next day.
But what if you don't win? Do you just keep going?
I guess then you end up like a guy who's in a bar band at 65 years old, still waiting for his big break,
That's
right?
true.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, from an athlete point of view, it's that goal. It's that dream. Most people have had it for forever. You spent your life chasing it, and to give it up is all you've ever known. So a lot of athletes will just hang in, A, until they achieve it, or B, till they start to really get beat. Then
I don't want to know when it's going bad. Like, as a stand-up, like, I always will be doing that show in Cornwall, Ontario. Like, I don't want to see it coming, you know what I mean? I want to be like, I started at Cornwall, I'm going to end at Cornwall. Which I like. I like the place. I'm not making fun of it.
All right, stick around more with the panel right after this. Good. All right, you're back here on the panel. We're talking about making graceful exits and how to go, which is hard. So I'm going to ask you, when is it time to leave blanks? And when is it time to leave a relationship?
Oh, geez. Well, I don't leave relationships. You know, I haven't had that experience of leaving. I get in there and I try to stay till she gets tired. I'm
I'm a goer.
Hard enough to find a good person.
You're a leaver.
No, I'm not.
How do you I probably shouldn't answer this question.
Well, that could be good.
Well, how do you
in the
know?
middle of a divorce, but I know.
I'm currently in the middle of a divorce.
Yeah,
so how
it's
did you
true.
know?
It was not fun.
The second they get in the way of our craft, that's how we know. We're like, all right, I'm out.
No, that's
They're
true.
bringing you
Maybe.
down.
I'm sure you have friends. I know I have friends. Every time he gets a girlfriend, he disappears.
Yeah, the
And
worst.
suddenly gets into whatever she's into. If she's into botany, then he's a botanist. This one likes raw meat, then he's a butcher.
Yeah.
You know? So when, like what you just said, if you can't keep your individual identity and work together, if you get taken over, basically the word is from what I remember.
Yeah.
You know, if that happens, not a good thing.
I'm gonna hand for the panel, everybody. Kaillie Humphries, by the way, gonna win gold in the bobsleigh in Sochi.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a solemn vow she just made. She's gonna beat the Germans to do it. Chris Jericho's got a web series called But I'm Chris Jericho. Watch it at ButI'mChrisJericho.com, and Gilson Lubin, of course. You can find him all over Cornwall and on Twitter at Gilson Lubin. Good things, you glorious nation.